In the beginning there were worlds, countless unbound scattered across dimensions, each with champions, each with legends. But now the Nexus Realm calls. Drawn by an irresistible force, brave souls from across universes converge at the Nexus, each seeking glory, adventure, and the chance to prove themselves. Among them, a young warrior named Kale feels a surge of destiny as he approaches the shimmering gateway. As Kale steps forward, the air crackles with energy, and he can almost hear the distant echoes of battles fought by heroes before him, spurring him onward into the unknown. With a final breath, Kale crosses into the Nexus Realm, where the laws of reality bend and twist, revealing a world teeming with both peril and possibility. Emerging from the portal, Kale takes in the extraordinary sights around him, realizing he is not alone. Every champion here has a purpose, and a battle for supremacy is about to unfold. As he approaches the arena, the sounds of clashing weapons and shouts fill the air, igniting Kale's fighting spirit. He knows that to become a legend, he must confront his fears and face those who stand between him and victory. With a calculated move, Kale turns the tide of the duel, showcasing not only strength, but also the cunning needed to outsmart an experienced opponent. The roar of the crowd fuels Kale's spirit as he embraces the adrenaline, knowing that every heartbeat brings him closer to claiming his destiny. In that heartbeat of time, Kale feels a connection to the arena, aware that this moment could define him forever. He chooses to fight with everything he has. With a decisive strike, Kale demonstrates his resolve, forcing his opponent to retreat and solidifying his standing as a formidable contender in the arena. As the dust settles around him, Kale realizes that he must seize this moment to rally his strength for the final confrontation where glory awaits. Emboldened by the support of the crowd, Kale steels himself for what lies ahead, ready to embrace the challenge with unwavering resolve. With the arena buzzing with anticipation, Kale knows that this next duel will test not just his strength, but his very soul as he prepares for the battle of his life. In that crucial moment of silence before the storm, Kale finds clarity, aware that every strike will be a dance between life and death. As the battle resumes, Kale unleashes every ounce of his skill and passion, knowing that only one can emerge victorious in this relentless contest. Every clash echoes through the arena, each moment heavy with the weight of destiny, as Kale fights not just for victory, but for his very pride. In a moment of pure instinct, Kale seizes the opportunity, knowing this could be the turning point that seals his fate in this epic showdown. As the crowd holds its breath, Kale channels every ounce of energy into one final attack, the weight of the moment hanging in the air. With a fierce battle cry, Kale strikes down, believing that this blow will not only secure his victory, but also mark his place in history. In that electrifying instant, time seems to freeze, each heartbeat resonating through the crowd as they witness the culmination of Kale's struggle for glory. As the realization of victory sinks in, Kale embraces the moment, knowing that this battle has not only tested his strength, but also forged his legacy. In that moment of celebration, Kale understands that he is not just a warrior, he is a champion, revered and celebrated by those who witnessed his incredible journey. As he stands amidst adoration, Kale reflects on the journey that brought him here, realizing that true victory lies in inspiring others to follow their dreams. With each step away from the battlefield, Kale carries the weight of his accomplishments, knowing that his story will live on in the hearts of those he inspired. As the stars twinkle above, Kale vows to continue honing his skills, knowing that every ending is merely a new beginning in the saga of a true warrior. In the quiet moments before the world awakens, Kale dedicates himself to mastery, fully aware that greatness requires relentless effort and perseverance. As the training session progresses, Kale absorbs lessons from every encounter, understanding that growth comes not just from victory, but from collaboration and learning. In the midst of rivalry and training, Kale cherishes these moments of laughter, realizing that bonds forged in battle can lead to enduring friendships. Amidst the calm, Kale reflects on his journey and future goals, fully aware that the strength of a warrior lies not only in skill, but also in the connections made along the way. Ryu meditates under a waterfall, his breath steady as he becomes one with the flow of energy around him. Suddenly, an astonishing event occurs. The waterfall begins to reverse, sending water flowing upwards as a crimson glyph forms beneath him. In that moment, Ryu opens his eyes, sensing the shift in ki, and whispers, "The flow of ki. It's shifting." With a sudden flash, he vanishes into thin air. Meanwhile, far away in Hong Kong, Chun-Li is engaged in an intense fight against a group of cyber criminals when everything around her suddenly freezes. She is pulled into a glowing rift mid-kick. Back at the ruins of a destroyed temple, Akuma stands ominously grinning as he basks in the chaos, declaring finally a worthy battlefield. Chun-Li finds herself suspended in time, her powerful kick aimed at her foes, yet unable to connect. The glowing rift envelops her completely, pulling her into an unknown realm filled with possibilities. Meanwhile, Akuma revels in the destruction around him, the ruins echoing his thirst for combat as he prepares for the confrontation he has long awaited. With a sinister grin stretching across his face, he knows that the battles ahead will finally prove worthy of his strength. Ryu steps forward, his heart pounding as he locks eyes with the formidable presence of Akuma. The tension is palpable, and with a steady voice, Ryu asks, "Who are you?" The question hangs heavy in the air. Akuma's smirk fades into a focused glare as he responds, revealing his true identity. A dark force driven by vengeance and power. "I am the master of my own destiny," he growls, "and I will show you the depths of your weakness." The battle is about to begin. With the sun setting behind them, Ryu adopts a fighting stance embodying discipline and determination. The atmosphere grows charged as he readies himself for the impending confrontation. Akuma, sensing the challenge, raises his hands, unleashing a surge of dark energy that ripples through the air. "Prepare yourself, Ryu," he warns, his voice thunderous and ominous, "for your strength will be tested like never before." The stage is set for an epic showdown, and neither fighter is willing to back down. As the dust settles, Ryu stands tall, his aura still pulsating with energy, reflecting his triumph. "I can feel it," he declares, looking down at Akuma, who lies on the ground shaken by the force of the blow. The battlefield bears the scars of their fierce combat, a silent testament to the power displayed that day. Ryu remains alert, ready to face whatever challenge Akuma might bring next. As Akuma pushes himself up from the ground, his shock quickly morphs into a fierce determination. Dark energy swirling menacingly around him. "You think you can defeat me that easily?" he growls, his voice resonating with power. Ryu stands ready, fists clenched and eyes focused, feeling the weight of the impending clash. The tension in the air thickens, signaling that the battle is far from over. In an explosive display of power, Akuma unleashes a torrent of dark energy, his form engulfed in a brilliant, ominous light. Ryu stands, his ground muscles coiling with tension, fully aware of the impending onslaught. "I won't be defeated," he vows silently, preparing himself for the challenge ahead. The stage is set for a battle that will test both fighters to their limits. As Ryu releases his ultimate Hadouken, the true essence of his training and spirit manifests, hurtling toward Akuma in a moment that will decide their fate. In a breathtaking moment, the clash of power becomes an explosion of light, marking the culmination of their intense battle as Ryu stands firm, awaiting the results of his final strike. As the battlefield quiets, Ryu stands triumphant, having conquered not only his opponent, but also his own limits, embodying the spirit of a true martial artist. In the golden light of dawn, Ryu reflects on the journey that brought him here, understanding that true strength comes from both victory and the respect earned through battle. With each step forward, Ryu embodies the warrior's journey, leaving behind the echoes of an epic clash, ready to face whatever future battles may come his way. In the calm of the dojo, Ryu immerses himself in training, a testament to his unwavering commitment to growth and mastery, knowing that every battle shapes who he is. In this moment of training, Ryu not only hones his skills, but also builds bonds with fellow warriors, illustrating that every challenge leads to new connections and shared growth. In a breathtaking moment, Ryu ascends enveloped in a brilliant light, executing his ultimate technique with precision. Akuma, harnessing the darkness, readies his legendary counter, both warriors on the cusp of an epic showdown that will determine their fate. As their ultimate techniques clash, an explosion of light and force erupts, shaking the very foundation of the battlefield. Both fighters' eyes fixed on one another channel every ounce of strength, unwilling to yield in this climactic struggle. In the aftermath of their clash, a brilliant flash momentarily blinds the landscape, encapsulating both warriors in an aura of determination. As the dust clears, Ryu and Akuma, weary yet resolute, lock eyes, the tension thick with anticipation for what comes next. With unwavering resolve, Ryu steps forward, fists clenched tightly, ready to face whatever Akuma throws at him. Akuma's confident smirk reveals his intent as he readies his most formidable technique, both warriors prepared for the ultimate clash. Gathering every ounce of his remaining power, Ryu focuses intently, channeling his fighting spirit into a decisive strike. Akuma, radiating dark energy, prepares to launch his most devastating attack, both warriors on the brink of an unforgettable climax. With a mighty roar, Ryu releases his ultimate technique, a radiant surge of energy aimed directly at Akuma, illuminating the battlefield. In response, Akuma conjures a powerful wave of darkness, the two forces colliding in a spectacular display of light and shadow. The explosive clash generates a shockwave that scatters debris across the battlefield, momentarily staggering both warriors. With fierce glares, Ryu and Akuma regain their stance, fueled by unyielding determination as the intensity of the battle escalates. As breaths come heavy and strained, Ryu summons the last reserves of his strength, a fierce light igniting within him for one final push. Meanwhile, Akuma channels engulfing darkness, his expression unwavering and fierce, poised to deliver a crushing final blow. With a battle cry that echoes across the arena, Ryu lunges forward, enveloped in a powerful aura, ready to unleash everything he has. Akuma, unwavering, braces himself, dark energy pulsating around him, preparing to counter Ryu's fierce charge with lethal precision. As Ryu and Akuma charge at each other, they are suddenly interrupted by a mysterious figure. Stewie Griffin from the Family Guy universe steps in, offering both warriors the chance to finish their battle in the upcoming Battle Infinity. Clash for the strongest, for the title of strongest in the universe, and a lump sum of $25 million. Ryu pauses, his expression caught between confusion and intrigue as he processes Stewie's unexpected offer. Akuma, on the other hand, shows a sly grin, clearly interested in the opportunity to battle not just for honor, but for a massive reward. Stewie leans in, animatedly explaining the rules of the tournament, his eyes gleaming with excitement. Ryu and Akuma exchange determined glances, their skepticism fading as they both nod in agreement, ready to embrace the challenge that awaits them. The scene shifts to an enormous arena filled with cheering crowds, banners waving in excitement for the tournament. Ryu and Akuma stand side by side, their fierce expressions reflecting the gravity of the upcoming clash that will decide who among them is the strongest. While Ryu and Akuma are going through a fierce battle in the arena, commentators Ken Chun-Li and Guile are sitting in front of the arena, providing thrilling insights and reactions to the intense fight. As Ryu unleashes a powerful Hadouken, the audience gasps in awe, while Akuma remains focused, preparing his counterattack with intensity. The crowd erupts in cheers as Ryu and Akuma exchange rapid punches and kicks, while Ken Chun-Li and Guile lean forward, analyzing the electrifying battle unfold before their eyes. Ryu gathers his strength fists, glowing with energy, as he prepares for his signature Shoryuken, while Akuma responds with a menacing pose, dark energy swirling around him. The arena is filled with anticipation as Ryu launches into his Shoryuken, soaring upward, while Akuma braces himself, ready to unleash a powerful counterattack. As Ryu connects with Akuma, an explosion of energy lights up the arena, while Ken Chun-Li and Guile react with excitement and disbelief at the fierce clash between the fighters. Ryu stands firm, panting heavily, yet triumphant, while Akuma, slightly staggered, smirks defiantly, preparing for a final showdown filled with intensity. Ryu takes a deep breath, focusing his energy to channel the ancient technique, while Akuma senses this shift and prepares to confront Ryu's newfound power with unyielding determination. As Ryu unleashes the ancient technique, his body radiates brilliant light, while Akuma stands his ground, prepared to respond with a fierce attack in a moment filled with tension. The arena is engulfed in an explosive burst of light from Ryu's ancient technique, while Akuma, surrounded by dark energy, prepares to unleash his most powerful move, embodying pure defiance. As Ryu launches forward in a blinding flash, Akuma counters with a fearsome strike, their powers clashing and creating a shockwave that sends ripples through the arena. The impact of their collision sends sparks flying, captivating the crowd, while Ken Chun-Li and Guile watch in awe, witnessing the legendary clash between two extraordinary fighters. With Ryu enveloped in a radiant aura, he prepares for one final attack, while Akuma taps into his darkest power, both fighters poised for a decisive moment in their battle. As Ryu shouts the name of his ultimate move, A brilliant energy sphere forms in his hand while Akuma snarls defiantly, ready to counter with all his might. Ryu's shield glows brightly, showcasing his unwavering spirit, while a fierce bolt of dark energy shoots from Akuma's hands, cutting through the air and aiming for Ryu's barrier. The collision creates a breathtaking explosion, illuminating the arena, while Ryu stands firm, his shield cracking, but resilient against the overwhelming force. Fueled by resolve, Ryu gathers his energy, his eyes shining with focus, while Akuma, sensing a shift, narrows his gaze, knowing this moment could determine the outcome. With a powerful shout, Ryu unleashes a radiant surge of energy that lights up the arena, catching Akuma off guard as the force sends shockwaves rippling through the ground. The energy wave engulfs Akuma, illuminating his struggle, while the audience watches in awe, captivated by the powerful spectacle unfolding before them. As Ryu's attack pushes Akuma back, the dark aura wavers while Ryu stands tall amidst the chaos, embodying strength and hope. In a final act of defiance, Akuma forms a swirling vortex of dark energy, while Ryu senses the danger and tightens his grip, ready to unleash the full force of his hidden powers. "Ryu wins," says to me Griffin, congratulating Ryu on his victory against Akuma. Meanwhile, in Scene 2, Inferno Pagoda, Kyo versus Chun-Li. A burning pagoda floats in the sky, engulfed by red-hot winds. Kyo lands in a martial stance. "Try a woman like you in a place like this. Impressive. Chun-Li fought monsters before. You're just another flame." They clash. Kyo's fireballs spiral through the air, meeting Chun-Li's lightning-quick kicks. She flips and delivers a spinning bird kick mid-air. Kyo dodges with a slide and counters with a fiery uppercut. Kyorochinagi. A massive flame wave scorches the arena, but Chun-Li charges through it, kicking him square in the chest. Final exchange. Kyo narrowly dodges her Kikoken and counters with a quick flame jab. Result, Kyo wins, barely. Both bow in respect. Meanwhile, in Japan, Ryu is deep in meditation, finding peace in the stillness of the garden, when suddenly Akuma appears, his presence breaking the calm as he challenges Ryu to a battle. With a tranquil expression on his face, Ryu stands up, prepared to defend his honor. The atmosphere shifts as both warriors lock eyes, signaling the beginning of an intense confrontation. Ryu unleashes his signature Hadouken, a brilliant wave of energy racing towards Akuma. In a split second, Akuma retaliates with a devastating strike, the battle intensifying as their powers collide. With remarkable agility, Ryu evades Akuma's onslaught, taking to the air for a strategic counter. The tension builds as the two warriors engage in a fierce exchange of strikes and techniques, each vying for victory. Ryu lands with poise, his resolve unshaken, as he strategizes his next move against the formidable Akuma. In response, Akuma summons a surge of dark energy, signaling an impending ferocious assault that could change everything. Ryu focuses his energy, crafting a brilliant sphere of light, ready to unleash it in a final showdown. Akuma charges with ferocity, his fists ignited with dark flames, intent on proving his dominance in this epic clash. With a defiant shout, Ryu releases his energy ball, a brilliant beam racing towards Akuma. The air crackles as Akuma readies his own devastating counterattack, both warriors poised on the brink of an epic confrontation. As the two forces collide, a cataclysmic explosion engulfs the arena, illuminating the surroundings. Ryu remains resolute, unwavering in the face of the turmoil unleashed by Akuma's power. As the dust settles, Ryu rises, displaying resilience and unwavering determination to continue fighting. Akuma, unscathed and empowered by the chaos, stands ready for the next phase of their fierce duel. Ryu steadies himself, gathering his focus and inner strength for the decisive moment. Akuma adopts a predatory stance, ready to unleash his formidable skills in what will be the ultimate test of power between the two fighters. With a battle cry that echoes through the air, Ryu surges forward, channeling all his energy for one final move. Akuma stands firm, ready to unleash his full might, determined to counter and prove himself in this climactic encounter. In a breathtaking moment, Ryu ascends, enveloped in a brilliant light, executing his ultimate technique with precision. Akuma, harnessing the darkness, readies his legendary counter, both warriors on the cusp of an epic showdown that will determine their fate. As their ultimate techniques clash, an explosion of light and force erupts, shaking the very foundation of the battlefield. Both fighters' eyes fixed on one another channel every ounce of strength, unwilling to yield in this climactic struggle. In the aftermath of their clash, a brilliant flash momentarily blinds the landscape, encapsulating both warriors in an aura of determination. As the dust clears, Ryu and Akuma, weary yet resolute, lock eyes, the tension thick with anticipation for what comes next. With unwavering resolve, Ryu steps forward, fists clenched tightly, ready to face whatever Akuma throws at him. Akuma's confident smirk reveals his intent as he readies his most formidable technique, both warriors prepared for the ultimate clash. Gathering every ounce of his remaining power, Ryu focuses intently, channeling his fighting spirit into a decisive strike. Akuma, radiating dark energy, prepares to launch his most devastating attack, both warriors on the brink of an unforgettable climax. With a mighty roar, Ryu releases his ultimate technique, a radiant surge of energy aimed directly at Akuma, illuminating the battlefield. In response, Akuma conjures a powerful wave of darkness, the two forces colliding in a spectacular display of light and shadow. The explosive clash generates a shockwave that scatters debris across the battlefield, momentarily staggering both warriors. With fierce glares, Ryu and Akuma regain their stance, fueled by unyielding determination as the intensity of the battle escalates. As breaths come heavy and strained, Ryu summons the last reserves of his strength, a fierce light igniting within him for one final push. Meanwhile, Akuma channels engulfing darkness, his expression unwavering and fierce, poised to deliver a crushing final blow. With a battle cry that echoes across the arena, Ryu lunges forward, enveloped in a powerful aura, ready to unleash everything he has. Akuma, unwavering, braces himself, dark energy pulsating around him, preparing to counter Ryu's fierce charge with lethal precision. In a bustling city ravaged by an earthquake, Superman tirelessly aids civilians when suddenly he hears a strange frequency. His curiosity piqued, he looks up just as a dragon-shaped portal engulfs him. Meanwhile, on Themyscira, Wonder Woman trains fiercely, her focus interrupted by dark clouds swirling above, crackling with ominous purple lightning. A booming voice as Superman is drawn into the portal. He enters a surreal landscape teeming with color and energy, each swirl promising adventure yet unknown. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman takes flight, her form cutting through the tumultuous sky, her determination evident as she prepares to confront whatever awaits her. Back in the Batcave, Batman struggles against the grasp of the spectral dragon, his eyes narrowing as he formulates a plan, unwilling to succumb to this unexpected threat. Suspended in the dazzling chaos of the portal, Superman scans the unsettling scenery, half expecting the next challenge to emerge from the shimmering depths. With unwavering resolve, Wonder Woman clutches her lasso, her gaze fierce as the forces of nature propel her further into the storm, ready for whatever battles lie ahead. Meanwhile, Batman's quick thinking kicks in, utilizing his gadgets in a desperate attempt to free himself from the spectral dragon's hold. With a swift motion, Batman launches his grappling hook, propelling himself towards freedom as he calculates his next move against the looming threat. As he escapes the clutches of the spectral dragon, a dark figure materializes from the portal's depths, casting a long shadow that promises conflict. In a heartbeat, Superman recognizes the danger, ready to defend against this new foe, while Wonder Woman's instincts heighten as she senses the malevolence lurking just beyond her reach. As the dark figure steps forward, Superman's stance becomes resolute, every fiber of his being focused on protecting those he cares about. Wonder Woman, soaring nearby, instinctively senses the impending battle, her grip on the lasso tightening as she readies herself for a fight against this emerging menace. In the Batcave, Batman's mind races, formulating strategies while battling both the dragon and the impending threat that looms above him. The figure steps into the light, unveiling a familiar face twisted by darkness, leaving Superman momentarily stunned as he grapples with the past. Wonder Woman's heart sinks, realizing that their former ally has succumbed to evil, and she steels herself for the confrontation that awaits. Batman, still embroiled in his own battle, senses the shift in momentum and knows he must rally quickly to aid his friends against this powerful foe. With a decisive strike, Batman lands a blow on the spectral dragon, asserting his dominance with raw strength and cunning. In that moment, Superman feels a surge of hope amidst despair, recognizing that their friend's heart can still be reached even in this dark transformation. Wonder Woman stands ready for battle, her unwavering spirit igniting the air around her as they brace for what is to come. With a swift motion, Wonder Woman hurls her lasso, hoping to capture the essence of their friend and pull them back from the brink. Superman ascends into the skies, fueled by a fierce determination to save both the day and their ally, his heart pounding with the weight of possibility. Batman, regrouping from his encounter with the dragon, formulates a final plan to turn this chaotic situation around, rallying his friends for the ultimate showdown. As the lasso constricts around the corrupted ally, a flicker of recognition passes through their eyes, sparking a glimmer of hope in Wonder Woman's heart. Superman, suspended in midair, draws upon his inner strength, feeling the weight of his responsibility as he readies himself for a decisive intervention. Caught in the lasso's glow, the Allies' struggles internally flashes of their former self, breaking through the shadows that have consumed them. In the Batcave, Batman meticulously plots their course of action, every detail crucial, as he leads his friends toward a chance for redemption. Wonder Woman watches closely, her heart hopeful yet anxious, as she senses the awakening spirit within their friend, ready to fight for the light. With each pulse of the lasso, the Allies' face transforms, hinting at the powerful hero they once were yearning for redemption. Superman glides down, embodying a beacon of unwavering support, reaching out not just to save, but to remind his friend of their unbroken bond. Batman and Wonder Woman exchange determined glances, unified in their mission to bring their ally back from the edge, knowing that hope lies beyond the shadows. In a moment of clarity, the ally grasps Superman's hand, tears of regret mingling with the fierceness of their internal struggle, signaling the first steps toward redemption. With unwavering resolve, Wonder Woman stands firm, ready to defend her comrades, as Batman strategizes their final confrontation against the encroaching darkness. Together, they are poised for a reckoning friendship and courage, intertwining as they prepare to reclaim the light. Emerging from the shadows of doubt, the ally stands resolute, emboldened by the unity of their friends and the flicker of hope ignited within. Behind them, a looming shadow threatens the peace, its sinister gaze fixated on the group, a reminder of the darkness that still exists. The allies brace for the impending battle, their hearts aligned with purpose, knowing together they can overcome any challenge. Empowered by their friends, the ally leads the charge, a brilliant light bursting from within as they approach the encroaching darkness with renewed purpose. Meanwhile, from the heights of the city, Batman watches with unwavering focus, calculating each move in the unfolding confrontation. The energy builds as the heroes unite for a common cause, ready to face the looming threat together. In a breathtaking moment, the ally channels their hidden power, unleashing a radiant wave that forces the shadows to recoil, igniting the battle for their city. United in purpose, Superman and Wonder Woman fight fiercely beside their friend, each blow resonating with the hope of redemption and courage. Together they stand unyielding, determined to restore light and protect what they hold dear, proving that love and friendship can conquer even the deepest darkness. Superman stands ready to embark on an extraordinary journey, adjusting his cape as the Elder hands him a small, luminous stone that pulsates with energy, surrounded by the surreal beauty of the floating islands. In another realm, Wonder Woman confidently leads the mystical beings through a dense forest where glowing plants and towering mushrooms illuminate their path, her presence inspiring courage as they delve into the unknown. Superman ascends into the sky, soaring above the floating islands with the luminous stone clutched tightly in his hand, exhilaration sweeping across his face as he navigates the enchanting aerial landscape. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman stumbles upon a breathtaking ancient temple nestled deep within the forest, its entrance embellished with intricate carvings, aglow with shimmering light, her eyes wide with wonder as she contemplates the secrets that lie within. Superman hovers high above his gaze, locked onto a swirling storm brewing around one of the floating islands, determination etched on his face as he braces himself to intervene. In contrast, Wonder Woman steps cautiously into the ancient temple, her silhouette bathed in the ethereal glow from within unveiling walls, adorned with ancient runes that pulse with mysterious energy, beckoning her deeper into its secrets. Superman stands tall against the storm, his muscles taut as he deflects powerful lightning strikes with sheer force, a fierce look of concentration etched on his face as he valiantly protects the island from destruction. At the same time, Wonder Woman finds herself surrounded by a shimmering aura, her hand reaching out to clutch the glowing artifact, her expression transforming from fear to unwavering determination as she embraces the immense power resonating within. Superman channels the energy swirling around him, glowing bolts of lightning converging into a pulsating shield that protects the island from the relentless wrath of the storm, his determination unwavering even in the face of chaos. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman raises the artifact high above her head, its brilliance illuminating the dim temple as she steps confidently forward, prepared to unlock its hidden powers to assist her ally in their battle against the storm. Superman, now radiating a brilliant glow, launches the energy shield toward the storm, resulting in an explosion of light that momentarily calms the raging winds and torrential rain, showcasing the might of his powers. Side by side with him, Wonder Woman, empowered by the artifact, stands resolutely, her sword drawn and shimmering with energy as she readies herself to fight alongside her formidable ally against the fury of the Tempest. Superman emerges into a breathtaking alternate universe where floating islands hold bizarre creatures, the skies painted in vibrant pink and orange hues. He stands at the edge of a cliff, his eyes wide with awe as he takes in the magnificent landscape. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman finds herself in the company of a tribe of mystical beings, their bodies softly glowing as they engage her in silent communication against the backdrop of ancient ruins brimming with secrets. Superman engages in conversation with a wise elder from the floating islands who gestures toward a luminous map, revealing hidden paths and ancient lore, the sunset bathing them both in a golden light. In the heart of the gathering, Wonder Woman stands confidently holding an ancient artifact that glows in her grasp, while ethereal lights twirl around her, signifying the pulse of forgotten magic. Superman points at the glowing map, determination etched on his face, as the elder nods knowingly, the vibrant landscape of floating islands unfurling behind them like a treasure trove of adventure. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman raises the ancient artifact, high determination, radiating from her as she commands the attention of the mystical beings who form a protective circle around her, their eyes gleaming with trust and admiration. Inside the swirling dragon-shaped portal, Superman feels both determination and confusion as colorful energies swirl around him. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman soars through the tempest, her hair and cape billowing, dramatically illuminated by the purple lightning striking all around her. In the Batmobile, Batman struggles against the spectral dragon's grip, his jaw set in defiance, preparing to confront whatever challenge lies ahead. Meanwhile, Superman is helping civilians after an earthquake when he suddenly hears a frequency only he can detect. Intrigued, he looks up, and a dragon-shaped portal swallows him whole. On Themyscira, Wonder Woman reacts to a storm forming above its sky, crackling with purple lightning as a booming voice calls out to her. Without hesitation, she leaps into the tempest. In the Batcave, Batman notices all his screens go black, replaced by the ominous word, infinity. He remarks with skepticism about uninvited invitations, and as he revs the Batmobile's engine, a spectral dragon wraps around him, pulling him into the unknown. Superman descends rapidly toward the island, his cape billowing dramatically in the fierce wind as he braces himself to confront the tempest, his expression a mix of focus and resolve. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman approaches a pedestal at the heart of the temple where a mesmerizing artifact emanates a brilliant glow, its light pulsating in response to her presence, evoking a sense of intrigue and hesitation as she inches closer. Superman extends his hand toward the brewing storm energy swirling fiercely around him as he channels his powers, determination blazing in his eyes as he prepares to protect the island beneath him. At the same moment, Wonder Woman reaches out to touch the glowing artifact, her fingers mere inches away, when suddenly the temple begins to tremble, cracks forming in the stone walls, and dust cascading down from above, signaling the awakening of something powerful. Superman unleashes a powerful blast of energy toward the storm, illuminating the darkening skies as he battles the furious elements, embodying unwavering strength and bravery in the face of chaos. Simultaneously, Wonder Woman's eyes widen in shock as the ground beneath her shakes violently, the glowing artifact pulsating with an intense light that envelops her in a dazzling radiance, hinting at the power it holds. As chaos reigns around them, Batman and Wonder Woman fight side by side, every strike fueled by their unbreakable bond and shared purpose. The ally awakens fully, channeling newfound strength, sending a wave of radiant energy that scatters the darkness threatening to engulf them. In this intense clash, the power of friendship and bravery ignites a spark of hope, revealing that true strength lies within unity. With each pulse of light, the shadowy figures disintegrate their fear, retreating in the face of overwhelming courage. Batman steadies himself, resolute and commanding, while Wonder Woman's warrior spirit surges as she readies for one last push, knowing victory is within reach. Together they represent a powerful force, one that refuses to let darkness prevail, proving that the battle for hope is far from over. As the ally releases a surge of brilliance, the shadows scatter, overwhelmed by the rejuvenating power of hope that washes over the battlefield. Standing together,